I failed again. So let's talk about it while I'm doing this sticker design. It's gonna be some fish swimming around a galaxy in an ink bottle, just cause I can. By the way, this sticker is also available on my website, rusapinarts.com. Just letting you know. But anyway, let's get into it. Hi there, my name is Cade. I'm also known as Rusapin. I'm mostly known for customizing fountain pens. But at heart, I am a multi-passionate artist. I love making things. I love just like the act of creation. It is just, I love making things. In 2025, oh my gosh, so much has happened. I don't even, how has a year been both so long and it's gone by so fast at the same time? Let me know if you know, because I sure as hell don't. So, like I said, I failed. I tried to become a full-time artist again, and I failed. But I think I know why. And I'm not giving up. I just had, rent has to be paid, so I had to get another day job. So let's backtrack a bit though. April 2025, I lost my day job. It was a day job. It was a job. It was not a career. It was just contact center, customer service, tech support type stuff. I knew it was coming, so I was able to prepare a bit, get some of my health things done that I'd been putting off while I still had insurance, because I live in the great old US of A, where health insurance is tied to exactly how profitable you are to whatever corporation decided to hire you. I'm not bitter. You're bitter. We're both bitter, let's be real. Anyway, so yeah, April 2025, I lost my job. And while job hunting, I decided to see what I could do with my quote-unquote art thing. I did a lot of things. I was job hunting. I opened commissions for fountain pens, and oh my gosh, I joined a body doubling Discord, which has some amazing people on there, because I have ADHD and I struggle with it. ADHD is one of the wildest things you can have, because you both thrive off of a routine and also cannot stand to make a routine. So I was a little bit of a struggle, but this body doubling Discord was amazing. But I've tried being a full-time artist before, and well, clearly it hasn't quite worked out. I've tried a couple of different things actually. I wanted to get into concept art for a while. Wanted to be a comic artist. I wanted to get into animation. Honestly, I love telling stories. I have a very deep, connection with telling stories. And I can trauma dump at a later date, but just know that I love telling stories. I love reading. I love watching. I love stories. So yeah, up commissions, and I was able to work on some fountain pens. People sent me some weirdo on the internet. They willingly sent me their fountain pens to work on. Just like, wow, people, because I'm just some guy on the internet, right? I'm just some guy. Yeah, okay, I make things, but I'm just some guy. And they trusted me to send me their fountain pens, and fountain pens aren't exactly cheap. I mean, some are, but generally speaking, fountain pens can get pretty pricey. And they're like, yes, please work on this expensive thing. And I'm like, okay, so not only did they send me their pens, they gave me money to work on them. And I'm just like, holy shit. Anyway, yeah. So I opened up commissions and it was awesome. But it did get a little lonely. Humans are pack animals. We are social creatures. I'm an introvert, don't get me wrong. But, my canine assistant, Max, his metrics aren't doing so great, but he makes up for it by being cute and just being himself, so it works out. But, it's still not quite the same as having a conversation or a connection with another human being. So it did get a little lonely. But honestly, I loved it because every day I woke up and I was able to work on something I enjoyed. Wasn't getting yelled at by people, wasn't having to tell people, no, you can't get a refund because the policies say so, and I have no choice in this matter, but, please feel free to tell me to f off. It's, whatever. I'm not bitter. I'm very bitter. Anyway, but it was the happiest and most content I can ever remember being. It was because I woke up and I was excited. It was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And even the stuff I didn't like doing, the stuff like financial bookkeeping stuff, even the stuff I didn't like doing, I was still excited to work on because it was for something I enjoyed. It's for something I love. And my mental health, honestly, aside from being a little lonely, understandable, I genuinely just enjoyed it. My mental health was fantastic. If I was having just a bad day, that's okay. I could just do something else. If I was having a bad art day, because those happens, you have a day, it's performance anxiety. Bad joke. Anyway, if it's just not working. I don't know how else to say it without making it sound like an innuendo, it's just not working. I swear this only happens every other few days, every other week. It's not you, it's me. It's just whatever you do, every mark you make, it just isn't right. And you erase it, and you try again, and you erase it, and you try again, or you hit Control-Z if you're doing digital. And if you don't know what I mean, this probably sounds like a really weird ramble, but just trust me, all right? Just trust me, this is a thing. But that was okay, because I wasn't limited. I wasn't like, okay, well, I have to get this done because I have to go, sell another 40 hours of my life away here starting tomorrow. I was able to say, you know what? It's okay that this isn't working out. I'm just gonna go do some video editing, or you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna clean my apartment because it needs it. But I could do that. I could just be like, okay, that's fine. This isn't working. I'm going to do something else. And it was amazing. And I miss it. I miss it a lot. So here's where I went wrong. Like I said, I failed. And I've done a lot of thinking about it. I had to get another day job because rent has to be paid. My canine assistant has informed me he likes having a place to live, and he very much likes eating. So, bills gotta be paid, dog has to eat. I need money, so I got another day job, and I will be honest, I hate it. I hate it so much. I think I hate it more now that I've had a taste of what I could have. I had that freedom to be like if I was having a bad mental health day, sometimes we just get down, right? It just happens. I could be like, I'm gonna spend the next hour laying down on the floor and I'm gonna cuddle with my dog, but I'm gonna be on my phone and I'm gonna do research. Or I'm gonna plan things. I was able to work with my brain. I wasn't trying to force it into a cubby hole for 8 hours a day. I was able to work with it, and I think that was so big. But okay, reset. All right. Here's where I think I went wrong. So like I said, I've done a lot of thinking. I treated this as an art thing, quote unquote, rather than a business, because that's what it was to me. This all started, okay, I hope you got a cup of tea or something, because this is a talkative one. But this all started with a silly little post on Reddit I made. The title was just a jokey, haha, this is all your fault, thank you, and it was just a picture or a couple of pictures, maybe, I don't remember, of some fountain pens I had customized for myself, just just I wanted to do it. I was thinking I will never do this ever again, but it was fun. So I mean, maybe, but wasn't exactly planning on it. And it popped off. I have, at least for me, all right, I have never had a post on Reddit or social media in general go off like this. I had comments where people were saying they were disappointed because they thought these designs were like legit made by, you know, these big companies. They thought they were official designs and they were gonna ask where they could purchase them because they wanted them. And I was just like, oh, haha, no. But here's a link to where I got like stickers and stuff. And that was really cool, just seeing how inspired other people were by what I made. But as I got more comments and I talked to more people, I started thinking, what if? What if people are looking at these silly little fountain pens I made, I put stickers on, and they're equating them. They're like, oh, I thought this was a sailor. Okay, I don't own a sailor pen, by the way. I am not at a point in my life where I can justify that much money on a sailor pen or a pen. All right, no judgment against those who do. That's just not where I'm at in my life. So people were saying, and these pens can be hundreds, sometimes even thousands. So those are more like the handcrafted stuff. But they were like, they thought these were official designs that would have cost them like hundreds of dollars, and they wanted it. And so I was just like, okay, but what if? And that's really where this all started, is a what if. So I got some more pens, I did some experimenting with different sealing methods, and I started selling them on Reddit still. There's a pen swap subreddit where you can post like fountain pens or inks or related stuff, and you can sell it. And it's legit. They have like things to protect you, if that makes sense. But so I was like, okay, well, I'll start doing this. And like, as I got better, as I kind of figured out, you know, as I perfected my stealing process, for example, started increasing my prices. And it got to the point where I would sell out, my entire batch would sell out within 24 hours of posting. And I was just, and it was, because it was on Reddit, it was very, I guess, informal. They would comment on your post saying, hey, I'm going to DM you, or, you know, something along those lines. And then they would DM you. And so I would get flooded with DMs. Like, hey, I want this pen. Hey, I want this pen. Hey, I want this pen. And it's like, I'm sorry, that pen is already sold. Hey, I'm sorry, that pen is already sold. I'm sorry, that pen has already sold as well. So it was a little chaotic. So it was like, okay, if, like, this could be something. This was the first time I'd ever had actual success from something creative, something I had made. You know, I've sold a couple of commissions before, but this, not reliably like this. Not, I never sold out within 24 hours, I can tell you that. So I built myself a website, and I went live in March of 2025. Because my birthday is in March, and I was like, that could be fun, you know? So looking back at how this started and how I've never built a business before, it makes sense that I was treating this as, oh, it's just my art thing, because that's all it's ever been before. It was just a side hustle, or a hopeful side hustle. Let's be real. It was never a business. And don't get me wrong, I was putting in the hours. I was putting in 8 to 10 hours a day, and I didn't really have days off. I was putting in the hours, but I think the big thing was that I was just putting in the hours, right? There wasn't a direction. It wasn't directed. It wasn't organized. It was just, I'm gonna clock in, work on my stuff, and clock out. Because again, that's also all I've ever done. You know, I've only ever worked for other people, you know, big businesses, hourly. So considering where I've been and my experience, of course I'm not, you know, of course I don't know what to do. I had no plan. It was just, I'm going to make fountain pens, I'm going to take commissions, and then I'm going to sell them. That's it there. But that doesn't quite work in today's world. You know, rent is due monthly, so that means that I need to make a certain amount of money every month, right? I gotta eat. I got a dog. I gotta feed him and love him. That one doesn't cost any money, but still, it's there. So just being like, okay, I'll just release my next batch when I have enough done that I feel like it's good. That doesn't work anymore when I no longer have a stable income. I think that was a huge thing. I was just putting in hours and expecting money. It doesn't work. It's not how reality is, right? So, yeah, it makes sense that I failed. It was a fantastic, but it was fantastic because I learned it's possible. I can do this. Because with the commissions and what I made from my store, there were 2 months where I made enough to break even, which may not sound great, especially considering I went for like almost exactly 6 months without a day job or any stable income. And for 2 of those months, I did it. And that was without any direction. That was without any planning or analysis or any of that stuff that I've been doing lately. It was like a vending machine. I expected to put hours in and give me money. But the fact that even with no plan, even with no direction, even with no actual business thought, it was just an art thing. Even with all of that, I still did it. So it's possible. And I think that was the biggest, most important thing I can take away from those 6 months. I mean, I learned a lot, don't get me wrong. I learned a whole lot. But the biggest takeaway, I think, really for me is that this is possible. It's not just a daydream. It's not just say, well, maybe someday I can do this. It was here. It was now. And it worked. I mean, sort of. I failed, so it didn't work, but it was possible. And that is so important to me. I can't even say how important it is for me to show myself, honestly, that I can do this. I have something. I don't know what it is yet. I'm still working on that part, but I have something here. I have something that I can make into something. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else but me, but I hope you at least get the feeling of what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so it's possible. So here's where I'm going from here. Here's the plan. I'm still working on the plan. The plan is to figure out a plan. But here's the plan. If I want this to be my future, then I have to plan for it. If I want this to be my future, then I have to plan for it to be my future. I have to make it my future. So what does this mean? This means, one, analysis, looking at artists that inspire me, not to copy them, obviously. I'm gonna do my own thing. But that's the thing about art, is you can be inspired by so many things. Another thing is that income. All right, let's be real. I know I keep saying that, but let's be real. Money, right? Am I right? Money. I'm not going to go into the looming AI bubble and economic crisis or housing crisis or the crisis of just being alive right now. We don't need to go into that, but money. I need it to pay bills. I need it to eat. I need it so my canine assistant doesn't abandon me. I'm joking. He's a very good boy, but he does like to eat, like many dogs. So I need to figure out income, not just, from my store necessarily, but by diversifying it. That's something I've seen a lot of other artists talk about. And it's something I've kind of internalized, yes, that's a good idea, but I haven't actually figured out, okay, I need to do this too. And one of those is hopefully going to be YouTube. I want to do YouTube more. I want to post more videos. I will admit I'm not the biggest fan of video editing. It's just a bit tedious for me. And not the good kind of tedious that scratches that part of your brain that's just yes, I'm going to just zone out and not think. It's not that kind of tedious. Not for me. But I love talking with people who have similar interests. I love talking with people who have similar interests. I'd love to build maybe a little community. I like YouTube as a platform. I do. I love the artists that are here. I've learned so much and I continue to learn. I probably watch at least one YouTube video every day, either just to be inspired by other artists or to learn something. So I do enjoy it. Another idea I'm thinking about is maybe like snail mail club, but it seems like that a lot of artists are doing that right now. So, you know, maybe the market is a little saturated, but I think it would be fun. So, I don't know. Either that or maybe like a Patreon kind of subscription. I don't know what I would provide though, outside of, you know, like stickers or something. So it's a possibility, essentially, is what I'm saying. I think it's one of those things that it'd be cool, but I haven't really figured out the logistics, if I can do it with my current day job that I really, really don't like. Along with diversifying income, I also want to expand the types of products I offer. I now make stickers. So stickers, maybe some bookmarks. I think that could be fun because, you know, I love stories. So, you know, I love reading. So bookmarks kind of make sense there. Magnetic bookmarks seem to be really popular right now. So I'm gonna give those a try. In stationery, you know, maybe journals would be fun. What I'm thinking is a whole set of stuff based on a design that I've created for fountain pens, right? Right now I'm working on lotus pond earrings. Yes, that's a pun and I love it. Leave me alone. So I'm working on like a lotus design for things. And I think it could be cool if I made these journals and if somebody's like, hey, I finished this journal, but I still really like this cover, they could send it to me and I would like rebind it. It would probably just be like the wire, not coil, but the cinch wire. But then I could just be like, yeah, sure, just give me, you know, however much money, send it to me and I'll, you know, refill it for you essentially. I think that could be cool. You know, maybe like notepads and memos. I think that could be fun. And, you know, of course, with a focus on making them fountain pen friendly, because of course, when I got my day job, I did have to close commissions because I just didn't have time to work on them. I would love to open that sometime in 2026. It would probably be very limited. Before, I did a maximum of 5 slots and a limit of 3 pins per person. I was a maximum of 15 pins a month that I was, well, month-ish, you know, depending on how quickly they were able to send me the pin to work on them. I would love to open up commissions again, probably just like 1 slot for 1 pin per person. Not just until I can figure out, because I'm still trying to figure out how to balance a day job with making my future, what I want my future to be, a reality, and not burn myself out in the process. It's a learning experience. There's a learning curve, and I am at the bottom, but I'll get there. I'll figure it out. Ideally, I'd also like a new computer. Don't get me wrong, my laptop is a trooper. I got it in 2017. It shuts off randomly. It also does not like video editing, actually. It's not a fan. Nope. But, you know, it tries, and I'm thankful, but I wouldn't mind a new one. But yeah, you know. So yeah, I guess the plan is to figure out the plan to diversify my income, you know, build up multiple streams, and expand the products I offer. I think that's going to be big because fountain pens, I love working on them, but the problem with fountain pens is that it's a one-off. You know, I would make 1 fountain pen, I sell it, and that's it, that's done. Whereas something like a sticker, you know, I make a design and then I can sell that over and over and over and over again. I just gotta make them, or, you know, if I ever get to the point, get them manufactured by someone else. But, you know, I don't have to make a brand new sticker or painting for each time I sell it. So stickers, bookmarks, stationery, and the like, I think that's expanding the products is also going to be big. And yes, I do want to open commissions again. So yeah, in 1 year, I want to be back to being a full-time artist. I want I want it so bad. I was so happy just being able, even the stuff I didn't like, I still loved it. So yeah, that's the plan. Just a quick shout out to all of my followers. I don't know where you guys are coming from. I'm not complaining. I feel like that scene from SpongeBob where Patrick just comes home and there's just a whole bunch of people under his rock and he's like, who are you people? That's how I feel, except I'm the one under the rock and all of you are just like at my front door. It's like, who are you people? Why are you here? How did you find me? Because I haven't posted in a really long time. And yet I'm 250, I think, right now. 250 followers, which I know isn't a lot in terms of YouTube, but it feels like a lot. It's 250 odd people just hanging out at my front door. I hope y'all brought your own drinks. I don't have that many cups. I hope you like tap water or cranberry juice. I guess we can make some tea, but I'll need like a pot for it because, yeah. Anyway, sidetrack, yes. So, 1 year. That's my plan. I want this to be my future. I just have to figure out how to do it while also selling 40 hours of a week of my life away. We'll get there. If you don't already follow me, maybe give me a follow. Give me a like. Give my phone. What the hell? I've been talking for too long. Give me a like and maybe a subscribe if you want to see my journey, where I'm going from here. I do plan on doing more fountain pen videos. I'm a multi-passionate artist, so I'll probably do some more paintings. I got a dice roll idea where I roll some dice, like D&D dice that I have, paint something based off of what I get from my rolls. I think that would be fun. So yeah, give me a subscribe if you want to follow along. Or don't, that's cool too. You do you, man. But for those of you who stuck around this long, have a good one. See you around.